Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. Today is the day 57, and we have concluded our exploration of the theme of freedom and discipline in the last week, noticing that how discipline gives the heart a rhythm and how freedom is the natural flowering that follows when the heart is aligned with the divine. Over the week, we watched how practice, when done with sincerity, shape our inner space, and how that inner space then allows us to move with clarity and compassion in the world. Tonight, we close that chapter and open a new one on the theme for the coming week, which is attitude. In Heartfulness teachings, attitude is not a minor accessory, it is central. The great masters have reminded us that what we do is only a small portion of the whole. The greater part is the attitude with which we do. As Daji in the Heartfulness writings put it, the outer action may be 5%, but the inner attitude, the spirit, the receptivity, the humility, the willingness makes up the rest. This is why two identical practices can have completely different outcomes depending on the inner posture with which they are carried out. And by inner posture, I mean the attitude. As Lalaji Maharaj has mentioned, that the balanced condition of mind is an expression of the right attitude of man in all his activities under varied circumstances in a broad sense. It is a reflection of his character. So, what is attitude and why it matters? Attitude in our context is the habitual inner stance or tone with which we meet life, humble or proud, receptive or defensive, loving or closed, grateful or entitled. It's not simply thinking positively, it's a subtle quality of the heart that colors everything we do and everything we receive. Heartfulness teaching highlights that attitude is learned and can be cultivated. It can also be purified through sincere practice and reflection. A life lived with the right attitude accelerates inner change, makes meditation more deep and intense, and open channels for grace and guidance. In heartfulness, the quality of our inner attitude determines the depth of a spiritual journey. Bringing love, humility, and prayerfulness into our practice changes everything. Think of someone you really love, perhaps a dear friend or a partner at the cinema. They are running late, and every minute feels like an eternity because you long to see them. Now imagine having that same restlessness and amplification for your morning meditation, waiting for that meeting with the divine with the same eager heart. And this is the attitude Daji invites us to cultivate, not a dry sense of obligation. Oh, I have to meditate again, but a joyous urgency, a quiet passion, a fascination with the process itself. And moving ahead in the session, dear sisters and brothers, as always, we encourage you to gently share these sessions with someone who may be seeking a shift in perspective. And this evening, we are going to read from the Whispers from the Brighter World. Beloved Master, revered Babuji Maharaj, Whispers from the Brighter World. Tuesday, December 2nd, 2003, 10 a.m. How could we avoid repeating ourselves? Have you assimilated 1/10 of our comments? As each one of these repetitions only reaches a restrictive part of your understanding, we strive to present to you our principles in many ways. Given that your process helps you make progress, our comments are likely to be understood. Reading a message is the easiest aspect in this matter, but to which extent does it strike a chord within you? In which frame of mind and of heart are you when you read these messages? This aspect is important. There are many ways of reading. What is your inner state? Are your worries left aside, your thoughts purified, and especially is your heart open to the divine love, the love of your master, as well as that of your brothers who are engaged in the same struggle, whether they are following the spiritual process or not? Divest yourself of useless aspects. Be receptive and surrender to forces guiding you according to your aspirations. Leave your prejudice aside. Do not put barriers between our work and yourself. We end our recommendations there. We do not want to impose anything that is not our purpose. We only intend to draw your attention to an attitude aimed at helping you in your progress. It is bit by bit that we advance, and that your spiritual universe is built without complicated formula, without ritual or mantra. You're progressing freely in your own ways. It is your strength and your choice. Be open, receptive, and determined. The process is very simple. There's no need to add any mental constructions to it, as most human beings like to do. Incompetent to follow a genuine way in pursuit of the absolute. This quest requires a certain inner strength. It seems that you have it, Babuji. First selection: messages referring to the master, mission, and method of Sahaj Marg. Dear sisters and brothers, let us prepare ourselves to offer the universal prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May this universal prayer awakens love and devotion in the hearts of all. Dear sisters and brothers, as the day comes to a close, let us take a few moments to offer bedtime prayer and do the reflections of the day through the lens of attitude. You can try thinking of one action where you responded from the heart and one moment where you reacted from habit. Offer both to the master, feeling neither self criticism nor pride, only honest observation and willingness to learn. Let the prayer be a gentle surrender that renews your inner tone and prepares you for a calmer day tomorrow. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session as we begin the new theme of attitude. And over the coming days, we'll explore more about this theme, how to cultivate it, and how the attitude can transform us from within and without. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the morning session at 6 a.m. And until then, we wish you a very good night and a restful and restorative sleep. Thank you.